Namandabus, 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 Namandabus. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in today to our Sunday service. This is the beginning of May. It's May 1st. And I thank you for your patience as we live stream our service today because I am unavailable to be in person due to a family funeral in Southern California. But I am glad that I'm able to reach all of you through our YouTube website, and hopefully you're tuning in today. I'd like to begin with an opening reading. If you please join me in Gassho. When the waters, the minds, good and evil, of foolish beings, have returned to and entered the vast ocean of Amida's vow of wisdom, they are immediately transformed into the mind of great compassion. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namandavus, 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 Namandavus. Thank you. Now I'd like to continue with the Sutra Chanting of the Sambujo, followed by the Jusei-ge. Nyorai Nidojo Sangenak Bujo Shaka Nyorai Nidojo Sangenak Bujo Jepo Nyorai Nidojo Sangedak. Satsumarya Jingyo Magonjo Segan Ishimujodo Shigan Pumanzok Sepujo Shongak Yaomuryoko Fuidai Seshu Sai Shobinga Seibujo Shongak Gashi Jobutsuno Myosho Chojepo Kukyomi Shomon Seibujo Shongak Ryokujin Shonen Joe Shubongyo Shigemujodo Isho Tenin Shi Jinniki Endaiko Fusho Musaido Shoujo Sangumyo Kosai Shuyakunan Kai Chiegen Meshi Konmo An Eisoku Shoakuno Sudatsu Zen Shumon Hosojo Manzok Iyoro Jippo Nichigatsu Shujuki Tengo Ombugen Ishu Kai Hozo Kose Kudokuho Jo Dai Shuchu Seppo Shishiku Kuyo Isai But Gosoku Shutoku Hon Ganne Shitsujoman Toku Isangayo Nyobutsu Mugechi Tsudatsumi Fusho Ganga Kuerik Toshi Saisho Son Shiganya Koka Daisen Okando Kokusho Tenin Do Jinnyoke Namandabu 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 한이시그농 면허세이사이 너우헛모나이신 온yo Namandavas, 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 Namandavas. Thank you very much, everyone, again for tuning in. I'd like to begin today with sharing another reading with you. If you please join me in Gasho. My eyes being hindered by blind passions, I cannot perceive the light that grasps me, yet the great compassion, without tiring, illuminates me always. Namo Amidavutsu, Namo Amidavutsu, Namo Amidavutsu, Namandavus, Namandavus, Namandavus. Thank you. This reading and the one in the beginning that I shared with you are part of Shinnan's words. He takes them from other authors, but makes them his own. And I like this quote that I shared with you, my eyes being hindered by blind passions. I cannot perceive the light that grasps me. Because I like this because it talks about the struggle of seeing the world as it truly is, seeing our life as it truly is, and even when we can't, we are embraced. But every now and then we're reminded of this great compassion that is Amida Buddha. So today I'd like to talk about noticing and becoming aware, and as a result appreciating what we have received from those around us, those in the past especially. This is the beginning of May, however, April for our family is full of memorial services. We've lost many people in the month of April, including my good friend Reverend Russell Hamada, my father, and others in our family. So as the month of April comes to a close and we begin the month of May, I can't help but reflect upon those lives, parents, grandparents, friends, teachers. And you know, one of the songs that we sing at our services just about every week is called Ondokusan. And I want to share the English translation with you of Ondokusan. Okay. First the Japanese goes, Nyorai daihi hi no ondoku wa miyoko ni shitemo hozubeshi nari. Hozubeshi, excuse me. Shishu chishiki no ondoku mo hone o kudakite mo shashubeshi. The English is, The debt of gratitude I owe to Amida's great compassion I will proclaim until my life disintegrates into dust. The debt of gratitude I owe to my Dharma teachers I will express until my bodily form is finally shattered. This is the words of Shinran Shoni, and it's put into the song of Ondokusan that we sing. It is called ingratitude. The English translation of Ondokusan is ingratitude. On means benevolence or an obligation, a debt of gratitude. The English pronunciation is on, not on, but on. In a way, if you understand on, then you are on the right path of the Buddhist life, in a way. So here I want to share with you. This is on, the top character there, on. Okay, and the kanji consists of two parts. The upper part, in, right here, it means cause or source of or origin of. The lower part is kokoro, which means heart and mind. So the kanji on can mean to remember the cause of our existence is in our heart and mind. Our existence can be possible due to the support of others, such as our parents, such as our friends, our teachers, and others. So we have a debt of gratitude to them. And Shinran, in his Ondokusan, says, until my bodily form is finally shattered, until my life disintegrates into dust, I need to repay or show this debt of gratitude. So that's what this character on means. So today, as we gather for a normal Sunday service, I want to remind ourselves, remind all of us, that our very lives are the result of so many others. It's countless others. Their lives and their sacrifices, their hard work that allows us to have the life that we have. The gratitude that we feel towards them, it really should or does make us humble. We should respect them and bow to them in gratitude. Gratitude and humility makes us less egocentric and brings us towards a more peaceful life. Knowing and understanding this idea of on is an important practice for us, for anyone. We will all experience moments of happiness and moments of sadness, moments when we're supposed to be sad or we're supposed to be happy, and maybe we cannot be happy or we can't figure out why we're not sad. You know, this is the struggle that we all go through. I recall years and years ago, one of my early memories of going to the Buddhist temple. My cousin had died tragically in a car accident, and it was very, very sad, and I didn't know how to express that sadness. In fact, I was concerned that I could not express that sadness. As I looked around the Hondo of the San Jose Buddhist Temple, adults, both men and women, were crying. It was such a sad moment, and I felt so helpless. I wanted to alleviate their sadness, but I didn't know what to do. And at the same time, I wanted to be sad, but I didn't know how to be sad. And then something very interesting happened. We had what was traditionally called otoki, where we went to a restaurant there in Japantown in San Jose, and there was food, there was drink, and the thing that struck me was there was laughter. There was laughter and joy. And I thought, gosh, this is so strange. And then we went over to my aunt and uncle's house after that, and again, more food, more laughter, more joy, it seemed, and it was like, what is going on here? It took me years to understand this is a beautiful part of the Buddhist tradition, knowing or teaching us that life continues to go forward, even though death occurs, and that death is a part of life. It is one without the other cannot exist. So we cannot hold on to our happiness. We can't hold on to our sadness because life continues on. And that is what, to me, Namo Amida Butsu is. Life moving on. So the Nembutsu or Namo Amida Butsu does not take away our sadness, just like it doesn't take away our happiness or our joy. Namo Amida Butsu only reminds us of how human we really are. Our lives have been tremendously influenced by others, our parents, grandparents, teachers, and friends. And it is natural that we still mourn for them years and years later. We miss them. And still years later we grieve at their passing and we miss them. But it's important that even in our sorrow, we experience the joy of knowing that we've been embraced by the life of those people. Embraced and never forgotten, never forsaken. So from this moment to eternity, we shall always be in the embrace of their love and their care. And for evidence of their lives, even at this moment, they are in our thoughts and in our words and our actions. And I believe this is what Namo Amida Butsu is. Again, we cannot hold on to happiness. We cannot hold on to sadness because life continues to move forward. And this is Namo Amida Butsu. So today I want to remind all of us to notice and become aware and appreciate what we have received. And this is on in Japanese, or as Shinran says, the debt of gratitude that we owe Amida's great compassion. We proclaim until our bodies are broken, until our bodily form has shattered. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to ask you to please join me in the Gatha Ondokusan. Sorry, hold on. What's going on here? Yonai nai no ondoku wa miyoko ni shite mo hozubeshi shishu chishiki no ondoku mo ore o kudakite mo shasubeshi. Please join me in Gasho. mida chigan no kokai ni bonbu zenaku no shinsui mo kinyui shunureba sunawachi ni daihi shin to zo tenzu naru. When the waters, the minds, good and evil of foolish beings, have returned to and entered the vast ocean of Amida's vow of wisdom, they are immediately transformed into the mind of great compassion. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much, everyone. Before we conclude, I want to remind everyone that next week on May 8th, 10 o'clock services will be held in person at all three temples, Salinas, Monterey, and Watsonville. Watsonville will be observing their monthly memorial or Shotsuki Hoyo on May 8th at 10 o'clock. It'll also be Gotae, the celebration of the birthday of Shinran Shonin, our founder. So please join us at our temples next week at 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for taking time to join us. And I hope you all will stay well, healthy, and safe, and have a great week. Thank you. Please join me in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.